So, you want to learn how to make my beast ball? Now do ya? Okay, normally I let y'all figure out how to put the Pokeballs together themselves, but the Beast Ball is by far the most complicated ball I have made, and probably of all the official ones that I will make. So I am specifically making a construction video for this one. So of course, printed parts, you want the top and the bottom. I printed these in turquoise, as well as the top and the bottom decorations. This one I printed in a dark blue color, but then I ran out part of the way through, so the lighter blue is cyan. This is the bottom pieces in indigo purple. You want the hinges left, right, center, and middle. These are printed in jade white, as well as the button and the button collar, also jade white. There are 8 different crescents. They're all half crescents printed in yellow. And then you want the back circle for the top and the back in black, and then the ring in black. Non-printed parts, you're gonna need some glue. I'm going to be using some super glue. You might want an X-Acto knife or a blade or some sort to cut away supports. And you'll want 2 rubber bands. Now I will say this is the single extruder version. I'll put timestamps on the screen that tell you where to jump to if you printed out the H2D version or the full AMS version. So without further ado, of course, the first thing you want to do is remove any support material from any and all of the pieces, as well as any brims, of course. And then for the top and the bottom, you'll notice they've got these funky shapes on them. And while they do help with preventing mistakes during assembly, they are kind of hard to print. So if you'll notice things like this on the side, or little overhangs like that, you want to make sure that everything that is on the sides like this gets cut off. To give you a clearer look, these triangles might have some junk on the side. Make sure you cut that off. Like this. This triangle, junk on the side, cut that off. That will get in the way of the assembly. There's also stuff here that might get in your way. You want to cut any interface to the supports that might have been there. Cut it right off. And then next up, we're going to take the top and bottom decorations. Of course, a few of them have a little bit of support material to them. You can go ahead and take those off. So now that that's all done, we need to take the decorations and insert them into the top and bottom. Now, I have changed all of the sizes of these little triangles in here so that it is impossible to put the wrong one in the wrong place. For example, we've got this guy right here. It's a long one. It looks like it might fit here, but nope. The triangles block it. So we can try to flip it around and put it in the other side. And we try to put it again. Nope, the triangles are blocking it. So then we try to the other side here. We put it in. Oh, this one looks like. Nope, the triangles are blocking it. And then we flip it around. Try the final one here. We try to put it in, and oh, look at that. Boom. The triangles are not blocking it. They fit in perfectly. So now you can put it in. Now you can glue these in. You don't have to. We're going to do a step later that will keep them all nice and tight in their place. So we're just going to continue doing this. All of the purple ones will be on the bottom and all of the blue ones will be on the top. I put a purple one on this one, so that means all of the other ones are going to be purple. So it might take a while and some trial and error, but I believe you can get them all together. And then finally, we've got these 4 little ones right here. They fit in like this. Now these ones don't fit in as snugly. They can more easily fall out, so be careful. Again, we're going to do something later that will get them to fit in nice and snug. And then we can set the bottom off to the side, and now for the top. Exact same thing. Alright, and now this is what it would look like if you had just printed out the H2D version. Basically, the H2D version takes advantage of the fact that there are 2 nozzles and the limited waste that comes with that to combine these 2 pre-print so you don't have to do all the shenanigans that I just did. In any case, next up we're going to take all the crescents. We got to remove all of the brims and any supports. The supports might look something like this, but I've already removed them. Okay. Now that you've got all 8 of these things done, very simply, they fit on like this. Should be able to pop them down like that. It's not super duper stable, so you do want to glue them. So nice and easy, what you can do is you can just pop a little bit of glue on the end of all 5 of these tabs. Grab a couple of the crescents, they're all the same, and just press them down. Now, if you printed the H2D version, you don't need to worry about this, but the single extruder version has all of these decorations here. They're not glued in, but if we glue the crescents in, these will hold all the decorations in place. And then, of course, you just do that for all 4 of these. And once you've got them all pressed down and in place, let's take a look at our back circles. So these simply snap in like this. It's really important that you remove all of the support interface at this part to make sure that it has enough room to snap down. But once you're ready, you can just apply some glue to the ridge here. Take the circle, both of them the exact same, so it shouldn't matter. Snap that down. As you can see, it's a pretty snug fit, but it doesn't hurt to glue it. Make sure that's nice and fit down there snugly. And there we go. And at this point, this is what it would look like if you printed the AMS version. The top and the bottom would be completely done, and you would just have all these hinge stuff to deal with here. Now, to deal with that hinge stuff, we'll take the button collar, and we'll put the button in there. Do not glue it! Do not glue it! And we'll take our rubber band, and we'll wrap it in between these 2 flanges here. I've found with the rubber bands that I use, it's good if you just triple them up. And so if you press down on the button like this, it should spring back. And now, we'll take the ring, and we'll dab glue into these 3 little divots. And then we'll snap this little assembly in there. You want to make sure that you didn't get any glue on the button. The button should still be free to move. So we'll leave that off to the side to dry. And then once that's dried, you're going to take the top, and you see here, there's a couple indents, and there's a couple little wings here. So what we're going to do is we're going to dry fit this in there to make sure that we can push it in. The ring should be flush with the top here. So these should be level. And okay, we can fit it in. You might need to cut support interface out there if it doesn't fit. And so we're going to put glue in all these little divots in there. And once again, we'll press the assembly right in there. And that should be able to glue. Now, we'll move on to the final act. We're going to take the small hinge here and the bottom, and you're going to take the side, not the fork side, but the base side. We're going to put it in here, like that, and slide it up, whoop, so that it does that. It's just laying in there. Still free to move. It's a hinge, so don't glue it in. And then this is the trickiest part, and it's the hardest to get on camera. But we're going to put one nub in there, slide it up like this, and push it down in. Boom. And that connects these 2. And you can see it can open up to essentially a 90-degree angle here. Almost a 90-degree angle. Now be careful. Don't close it all the way yet. It might pop out on you. Now the final thing to do is we're going to put glue in these 2 little pools there. And we're going to attach the right and left hinge like that. And then we're going to take the middle hinge, and we don't want to get any glue on the top of home plate here, but we do want to get around the arrow to the left and right side and on the sides of home plate just till the end. And then we insert it in there. And now you really do want to let this dry completely before you do the final step, okay? Okay, now that the glue is completely dry, last thing we're going to do here is prime the hinge. Now, again, I've found that I need to wrap it around 3 times. But what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around the left hinge, go in front of the middle hinge, put it around here, over the middle one, and around the right one. And then, this is important, when you close it, don't just close it like this to start. You gotta like push this together. You see how this, boom. Push this together first, and then close it. And then it should latch there. And then you press this button, and then it opens. All right, one more time. Push the back together. Push it closed. And then one more time. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you want to download it, of course, you can do that in the description below. See you next time.